Screw it. Let's not even make a 5070 Ti Founders Edition. What? They didn't make one. Nope. NVIDIA has left their most affordable 50 series yet in the hands of their board partners who did their best with it. But if you guys were hoping that the 50 series story would get better as we made our way down to the cards that more folks can afford, well, I've got news for you. The good news is that the 5070 Ti is a significantly more compelling product than the 5080. But that assumes that anyone can get it at MSRP. And that's the bad news. No one's gonna be getting it at MSRP. But you know what you will get at MSRP is this segue to our sponsor.
Ahrefs. Increase visibility to your website with Ahrefs' free-to-use SEO tools. You'll get access to their SEO health tracker, an up-to-date list of search-friendly keywords, and more, just by clicking the link in the video description.
The 5070 Ti sits in kind of a weird place. It arguably has the chops for 4K gaming, but in our opinion, the sweet spot for it is high refresh rate 1440p gaming or very high refresh rate like esports 1080p gaming. Let's start with the latter. In Alan Wake, the 5070 Ti manages a 9% uplift over the 4070 Ti Super, but then loses to AMD's aging 7900 XT. In F124, the 5070 Ti inches a bit closer to pole position and gets closer still in sci-fi roguelike Returnal. In our Vulkan test, Red Dead Redemption 2, we see the 5070 Ti finally surpass the 7900 XT, but it's not until we look at Cyberpunk where we see a result that meets the technical definition of a lead, albeit barely. With that said, thanks to its much better 1% lows, the 5070 Ti tops our charts in The Last of Us Part 1 and properly beats Team Red in Black Myth Wukong. Across our suite of games then, we see the 5070 Ti pull off a serviceable 15% lead over its last-gen counterpart, but we also see it demonstrate clearly why NVIDIA wishes that everyone would just forget that that card was replaced by a more super variant just over a year ago. It surpasses that card by only 9%. Buh. Of course, at 1080p, it's easy for a card this powerful to end up CPU bottlenecked. So let's push some more pixels to get a better idea of where the 5070 Ti sits in the product stack. Right out of the gate, it manages a measurably better improvement over the last gen Super at 1440p. And what? A 10% is a measurably more than 9? But even then, it still fails to break away from Team Red's 7900 sandwich, which further illustrates just how disappointing this generation is for gamers. Typically,